Champagne. Hey people, welcome to the Road to Sigmar. I'm Benjamin Cornelius, and today I'm going to talk about that moving life, and that Sigmar life, and then I'm going to talk about the community and what it looks like in, the store level, city, and throughout the region. So, let's get started. Alright, so, we moved. We moved from San Diego, California to Oklahoma, Norman, Oklahoma. This is where I grew up and this is my home, but this was a real hard decision to make. And 2 days after we arrived, it was 7 degrees. 7, which is ridiculous. So it's not as bad now because in Oklahoma it goes from 7 to 75 in 4 days, but you know what? It is what it is, weather-wise, right? So in San Diego, I had an amazing group of friends who I'm really sad to leave, but we will visit often as my wife's family's there. And my Warhammer community there is top-notch. And I learned a lot about Age of Sigmar and 40K and what I want to do in this hobby. So, the past 6 months have been really hard. I have had a lot of loss. I've had a lot of hard times. My mom passed away. How do I want to go into this? Yeah, that's about it. There was a lot of things that happened in the past 6 months that made the decision to move to Oklahoma happen. So here we are in Norman. But I'm excited about here. I have a lot of really good friends that in the community here. So from a lot of different areas, and I'm excited to see that grow. And so I'm back on the YouTube joint. Here I am. I'm gonna continue to try to push forward with my YouTube channel. I think it's going to go well. And we're going to see what happens in Oklahoma, I guess we call it the Midwest. I've always thought Oklahoma was in the Southwest, but I get corrected by my wife who says California's in the Southwest. But I think if you look at a regional map, we're as far east into the Southwest as you can get here. But my Kansas friend calls us the Midwest, so, I can't... I guess we're gonna call it the lower Midwest scene, because I always thought like Ohio and Chicago and all those other states, like Chicago is a city. But anywho, so here we are. Let's see what happens in Norman. All right, did you see my hair in that last segment? It's like sticking up back here. I have to do this after I get my kids to bed because it's war. It's putting 3 toddlers to bed is like the most difficult thing you will do in your life. But I put on a hat so my hair looks better because you actually see me. My friends that do podcasts, they don't have to worry about that sort of thing. But when you're putting your face out here like this on YouTube, it matters. All right, so that's Sigmar life. What am I doing? I have no clue. No. I made a commitment when I started Age of Sigmar. I said, you know what? I'm going to slow this hobby train. I'm going to build and paint one army, one list. I'm going to play that for 2 years. So, I started last April. I have a 2,000 point murder host list that thankfully is still enjoyable to play for me, and I'm still painting on. So I got it all to my tabletop standard, what I consider my tabletop, and then I've been slowly going through and adding, which has been a new thing for me for an army. So I'm such a what do they call it? Hobby ADD. That is normally me. Not having extra money with the kids and stuff, it's like I needed to like focus fire. So I've been real good and have really been putting a lot of love into this one army, which I'm excited about. This is the first time I've done this since I've started back in '94. So it's gone really well. And I'm also learning this army a lot. I don't know that you could do this with 40K right now, the way everything's shifting and changing, if you're a competitive player. It's coming out too fast, which is a whole nother conversation. Like, that's to say it's coming out too fast, and then the top players are like, oh, but I want my book. And I understand that, like, we want this complete game. But that's 40K. But Age of Sigmar, the release schedule has been rapid with considering the past. Bretonnian players and orc players, like different different books that took years and years to never come out. We should be super happy about how fast it is coming out. Now 40K has skewed that, but yeah, that's a huge different conversation I want to do maybe on the next one. But yeah, so my corn demons are getting there, you know. So since I got here, I've been really trying to connect with people on Facebook, even before I got here, and just you know, tell my friends that I was on my way. And then this weekend I got to see a bunch of them had a birthday party where one of my friends, Mike, happy birthday, congratulations, you made it to 40, that's incredible. And then a bunch of other people were there that I haven't seen in years. So I'm really excited about my community here. There is so much of it, and I'm such a part of different. Oklahoma City has been such little pockets. There's a store in Norman, there's a store in Yukon, there's a store in Midwest City, there's a store in Edmond, there's the GW store, there's all these different stores that everyone plays at them, but I think people are starting to connect like a little more, and I'm excited about that. So yeah, I'm going to start playing in an escalation league, but this escalation league is special because the people who are running it are letting people play from anywhere, and with the power of the magical internets, they're going to be able to turn their scores in on the Facebook page and play at any store they want to, which is great because I think it will connect the Sigmar community in Oklahoma City in a way that it hasn't been able to yet. Hopefully everyone stays cool, and you know, we're humans, so we're gonna get political and we're gonna like factionize and all the things. I'm gonna continue to make up words as this channel goes on, but I'm really excited to jump in and, you know, see where this goes. My plans for the year are I would want to build 25 tables. I want to have 25 tables worth of terrain and some sort of table space. I want to be able to set up 25 tables for a GT by the end of the year. And I think I want to try to run an Age of Sigmar GT the beginning of 2018. That's my goal. Hopefully with that, I want to get like some people doing things more interconnectedly. But that's in the next segment. So with that, yeah, my goals are to continue working on my demons. I'm going to keep pushing on those. My baby Pale Legion, they're you can see them on Instagram or on my Facebook page as I'm working on them. And to build a shit ton of terrain. I've got so much stuff I want to try. MDF, I really want to get more, like figure out how to get into this MDF cutting thing. This is super exciting. Because here's the deal. I got into this hobby because my dad was super interested in railroads. And to please my dad, I wanted to do something that would be like, look, I can do it. Just kidding. he was terrible. I really wanted to build these things that I was seeing. I wanted to see these like, and to put it, and once I saw 40K, I could put it to like a sci-fi thing. But with Age of Sigmar, I mean, you can just build rock walls and ruins out of foam and all these things, and it got me super excited as a kid. And now I'm like, I need to put these talents that I've learned to use and continue to learn from all of the resources that are out there on YouTube and different Facebook pages and all of that. So, stoked to get some terrain together. I'm also working on about 60 pieces for my buddies up in Wichita. Shout out to Flying Monkey. Those dudes are rad. They're putting on a huge like gaming convention now, where they're gonna have Age of Sigmar and 40K and Kings of War, and there's a 30K narrative event. But I just wanted to help pitch in and throw, so I'm working on some terrain for those dudes. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm working on a bunch of terrain, and I kind of have an army, so I don't have to go and like, I gotta make more progress on these 500 other things I'm doing. So I'm gonna continue to do that. I'm not good at these games anyway, so I don't, I'm hoping that playing the same army every time is going to get me some advantages. We'll see. I don't know. I'll probably be middle tier. I'll probably get too drunk at GTs to really give a shit. But I'll meet some good people, and if you see me around, say what up. All right, let's go into the next segment. All right, I wanted to talk about community. This is something that's super important to me. What Warhammer did for me as a kid was, and has kind of always been, is this, there's a group of people that I don't have to posture for, I don't have to get into it politically with, or religiously with, or any of the other like big issue crap that's out there. I mean, we can get there on a one-on-one basis, but for the most part, we're just there to play this game. So it's like a relief for me. I don't know how you feel. My personality is very driven to like argument and confrontation. So that's me. But in this game, sure, we argue about rules and we get like, real serious if we're getting beat and we want to like flip tables over and get angry. But for the most part, everybody's cool and everybody is there to play the game. And I think it's like a real wrong expectation, I guess is a terrible way to put it, of tournament players or competitive players, that they're like so concerned about winning that they don't care about, having fun. Everybody is in this to have fun. Some people have fun by winning. That's not me, because I'm terrible at this game, as I already said. But so all of that to say, community is important to me. Seeing people play these games is super exciting. Seeing large groups of people play this game is rad. But just hanging out, there's a group of guys, and by group I mean there's 3 of us, who have this text chain in San Diego. And we would meet, it's just Garage Hammer. It was just super simple. It never had to be super competitive. You just threw dice and you hung out with these guys. Yeah, I just hung out with these guys. And they're rad dudes. But that was super important in a place where I didn't have a ton of friends. I didn't go into I didn't move to San Diego. My wife's from there, so she had people, but there I was able to go, and I met these guys online, and then, they were cool. So, we met up in their garage and hung out for a few hours. I'm not going to tell you all the things we did, but it involved some rolling dice. But as far as what my point is, I'm super excited to be in Oklahoma, a place where I have lived most of my life, a place where there is a lot of Warhammer. There's a lot of 40K players. There's a lot of older fantasy players. But I feel like Age of Sigmar is really starting to move forward. There's that this escalation league that's happening, the citywide one. There's a lot of people who play play Age of Sigmar up at the Games Workshop store. And there's a lot of these little pockets. And on the store level, there's a store that just moved and has a ton of space that's like 4 minutes from my house on Google Maps, which I'm super excited about. But then also there's a place that's 15 minutes away, there's a place that's 30 minutes away, there's all of these places. Within an hour, I can be to probably 6 stores where a good sized group of people play at each of these. So watching and seeing, I've been watching on the Facebooks and seeing all these people talk and seeing the different connections that have been happening. And I'm stoked to see Oklahoma City really open up and see all of the groups connect. And so this Escalation League I'm excited about, because not having to play at a specific store means if you don't like to play at a store, you can play anywhere. And if there's some person at a store that you don't get along with, you can connect with someone else who happens to play at that store that you probably wouldn't go there. There's just a lot of connection that can happen without all of the bullshit drama. Can we get away from, like, who cares who stole whose kitten? Can we just play some 40K or some Age of Sigmar? Which I'm excited to see happen. I think I'm going to redo this segment. I decided just to add to the segment. So, the city's growing, like their stores are all burgeoning. And so regionally, there are quite a few good-sized GTs within 2 hours of Oklahoma City. The guys up at the Iron Halo, they have a really good 40K GT, which was, I went to their first year and it was 40 people, and it's like they've just doubled, and like it's a large GT that a lot of people come from, which is crazy because it's in Bartlesville. Bartlesville, Oklahoma is not even in Tulsa, Oklahoma, which you would never even think of going to Tulsa, Oklahoma. I mean, maybe if you went to like a Christian school, or you're like driving. Yeah, you don't go to Tulsa. You don't really go to Oklahoma. But people are flying from California and other places to Tulsa and then driving an hour to Bartlesville or whatever it is to play games. So their GT, they're obviously doing something right. Then you have the Flying Monkey, which is growing, and that's in Wichita, which is like a smaller, shittier version of Oklahoma City. And then there's a place outside of Little Rock, Arkansas, that's having a GT outside of Little Rock. Not even, I don't know how close it is, but so there's a lot going there. And then there's a Slobber Knocker that's in Oklahoma City that's happening. There's a lot going on in this region that I'm super excited to get connected with all these guys and see how we can continue to make it grow. I think Oklahoma, it got called out on a chat that I was in that we're the new hub. We're gonna like really make Age of Sigmar happen here. I don't know that that's true. We'll see. But it could be. I think that we can really do some good. I want to continue to build the community. I want to see people play games together that have never met. I want to teach new people how to do it. I don't know how I do all that with my toddlers. You know, I probably don't play much at all, but I'm for you playing games for sure. But we'll see. I'm going to get to events this year. That is one of my hobby goals. So thanks for listening to me. Thanks for watching. Let's roll this thing out. All right, so there you have it. My new fangled digs here on the YouTubes. I have another Road to Sigmar episode. I know it's been a long time. I plan on doing this more. I said that last time, and I'll say it again next time. This is a bed sheet. This is my garage. I'm still unpacking. I got a lot of crap just to go through and put places. But I'm here. I'm in Oklahoma. I'm ready to get some games in. Look, here. I'm working on that terrain. That's a lot of sanding of MDF. I cut it out with a jigsaw. So hopefully I can make this fun. I'm excited to meet people. I'm excited to connect people, and I'm excited to make more YouTube videos. So we'll see. All right, guys. Love ya. Peace.